Greetings and blessings, dear friends in the Spirit 111. It's Eddie Luisi. How are you? I hope you had a good week. So today's theme is called Life Lessons from the Road. Dun, 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 on the road again. Just can't wait to get it. Okay. So I'm going to read some reflections first, but basically I'm going to read 6 different observations while I was driving last week. And then I'm going to read little meditations after that. So it could be interesting, huh? So for those of you who are into numbers, this is season 2, episode 12, recorded on March 20th. This is received from The Sacred Science. This I found on Facebook, and then I kind of checked them out and checked out one of their videos and their posts, and I like this. This was nice. I came across a poem yesterday that gave me a perfectly timed dose of insight. The wisdom it contained was something I've heard spoken before by a shaman, but using different words. The piece below from the 13th century poet Rumi carries within it an essence that is central to many spiritual traditions around the world. The teaching itself may seem simple, but the most powerful ones always do. This is called the guest house. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some monetary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. That's from Rumi. And then a little line here. Everything that comes our way in this life, good or bad, holds a teaching if we are mindful enough to give it our full presence. Pretty darn good advice, huh? I don't know if I want depression and meanness and all this other stuff, darkness. Get away. But I guess, that's the same thing when you meditate, right? When you do mindful meditation, a lot of people say when they close their eyes, all these thoughts come, and the normal reaction is say, go away, get away. And it's like, no, be mindful of it, accept it, and welcome it. And then eventually it dissipates itself. Good advice. That was special. And talking about special, I have a friend, his name is Special. I don't know if that's his real name or that's his stage name, but he's a rapper. And he's out on a mission and basically doing blood drives. He goes to various schools all over the United States and he does a concert and then the kids donate blood. So I think with COVID, he's kind of been like a little slowed down this past year. But out of the blue, I look on my phone and I get this message. I said, It is a blessing and true success to be reborn back into the world knowing who you are, knowing what you are, knowing why you were sent, and knowing what you have. Huh? And I texted him. I said, where did this come from? Did you just send this to me? Was this like a blind group thing or something? And he said that he was just contemplating and these are the words that came into his mind. He wanted to share it with me. So I said, thank you. And I'm sharing them with you. This is, so another friend in the Spirit 111 was watching this video, last week's video. And this person texted me like 4 or 5 times at various stages of watching the video. And I'm going to read 3 of the sentences. And I'm not going to mention your name, but you know who you are, and thank you. Listening to your podcast. What's the matter? You don't want to watch on YouTube and see this face? Come on, I shaved. Podcast is cool. I like podcasts. What a soothing voice and spirit. This is almost meditative as I'm listening. And the last one. This is so cool. Seriously, very different. I don't feel like you're preaching at me or giving me a to-do list. It is like gentle reminders and inspiration. What a gift. Well, thank you, dear friend in the spirit. So when I start doing my observations on the road, hopefully that's not a list. Hopefully you'll laugh and you'll enjoy it. Unless you're the person that I observe, and then you might say, I don't know if I like this talk today. Okay, before I start with the list, I'm going to read from Neil Donald Walsh. On this day of your life, I believe God wants you to know that if you are going to fuss over things, it is important to pick your battles. The ideal, of course, would be to fuss over nothing. But given that we are all human, that may not be possible. What is possible is picking much more carefully the things that we are prepared to make a fuss over. Ask yourself, how much difference will this make when I'm 85? If you think it will matter then, let it matter now. If you make everything matter now, you may not get to 85. Now, the question is, dear friends in the spirit, if any of you are 84, 84 and a half, then I guess it's going to matter a lot, right? Because you're close to that age. But us youngsters, I've seen this before, and I've learned the lesson. And it's like, okay, somebody's in the kitchen and they knock the milk over and there's a mess, or the dog goes to the bathroom in the house. It's like, all right, what am I going to do? Yell and scream? It's like, I clean it up. Because it won't matter when I'm 85. When I'm 85, dun, 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 dun. Oh, when I'm 64, I'm sorry. Okay, so I have a list of 6 items. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to read one item and give the little lesson, if there is a lesson. And then I'm going to read a little reflection. Some of these reflections tie in, some don't. What can I do? I'm trying here. Hey, I'm trying. Okay, so first lesson. May I have music, please? Oh, it's not plugged in. Slow down. Do the speed limit. Okay, let me explain. Thursday of this past week, I'm driving home from New York City. Good morning, America, because every week we do a COVID test. So I'm coming home and it's early in the morning. It's like, I don't know, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going north on the Palisades. You would think everybody's going south to the city. I'm going north. I'm doing 55 miles an hour. I'm listening to a podcast. I'm watching the trees and the road. Every single car passed me. And I mean, they were flying. Like, where are you guys going? Slow down. Do the speed limit. Enjoy. Be more relaxed. Look at the scenery. Watch out for deer and other animals. Look at the sky. The sky is ever changing. The trees are changing. When you drive the speed limit, you don't have to worry about looking for cops. And if somebody jams on the brake quickly, you don't have to worry about it because you're paying attention. Okay. Hopefully I'm not talking down to you and giving you a lesson. These are just my observations. So I'm going to read from the Tao Te Ching of Lao Tzu. Haven't read from that book in a while. Work toward emptiness and openness. Cultivate stillness. Breathe harmony. become tranquility. As the 10,000 things rise and fall, just witness their return to the root. Everything that flourishes dissolves again into the source. To dissolve back into the source is to find peace. To find peace is to recover your true nature. To recover your nature is to know the constancy of Tao. To know the constancy of Tao is insight. Insight opens your mind. An open mind leads to an open heart. Open-heartedness leads to justice. Justice is an expression of divinity. Divinity is oneness with Tao. Oneness with Tao is freedom from harm, indescribable pleasure, eternal life. Didn't expect that, huh? I am going to just add, remember I tell you I always get different reflections and quotes and little pictures from different friends in the spirit and different websites. And I log on to K-Love and I get their daily reflection every day. And this says, always be humble and gentle. Be patient with each other, making allowance for each other's faults because of your love. And that was from Ephesians 4:2. Now, I'm not saying you fast drivers are at fault, but I'm just saying, maybe be a little conscious. My cousin Johnny's listening, watching, and he's a motorcycle driver. Watch out for motorcycle people. Please, keep them safe. Keep them on the road. All right, number 2. Don't tailgate. What I do, when I'm driving, I'm always looking in my 3 mirrors, right? I'm looking at the top mirror, which you can really see tailgaters, and the left and right. And I'm doing that constantly while I'm driving, because just in case there's an accident, just in case there's a pothole, just in case an animal darts out or something, there's a branch in the road, I know I could go left or right because I'm constantly seeing where there might be gaps. But if someone's on your tail and you jam on the brakes, what's going to happen? They're going to hit you, right? So don't tailgate. Now, what I do when I see a person tailgating, I raise my hand and I say a little prayer, and I bless them, and I say, "Dear God, let them slow down or pass me, because I don't want somebody on my tail all the time." And I have faith, and 99% of the time, all of a sudden, they slow down and they back up. Or all of a sudden, they just pass me, and they've been on my tail for minutes. And there's a saying in the Bible, and I don't know it exact, but have the faith that you can move a mountain. Have the faith that you could move a tailgater on your back. So I'm going to read something from my friend Cliff Shipe. And Cliff, if you're listening to this, you probably forgot you sent this to me. You sent this to me, I don't know, months, a year ago. And I saved it, brother. So I'm going to read it today. Think of it like building a muscle. In order for a muscle to grow, you must stress it beyond its normal range or comfort zone. You literally must break it down and then let it recover before it will end up stronger and larger than it was before. In parentheses, he's writing more capacity. I think we were having a conversation about Friends in the Spirit 111 and our community. And he was saying how we could build more capacity. I believe this is true for anything we are trying to grow in our lives. See, we were trying to grow this ministry. Our capacity to love, our capacity for patience or ability to listen. But here's the thing, sometimes in the process to expand, to go beyond our comfort zones, things get ugly because we are going beyond our normal limits. The ugliness or irritability or whatever can actual be a great sign, or whatever can be actual be a great sign that we are pushing beyond what we are comfortable with. Now, dear friends, he has one more paragraph, but I was doing videos. I've been doing this for years, right? And I started horizontal, then I went vertical. I was hand holding it. I was going to different locations. And then at a certain point, I just stopped all the videos and just did podcasts. But something told me to start going back to these videos. And now I'm doing horizontally. I have an extra light over here. I have, the different things framed in the background. And now if you go on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, there's an opening. I create a little opening with music. I have little, I don't know. I guess if you're looking the lower left, I put in little descriptions, little fonts, little chirons. I have closing animation. So I'm producing it a little more. And I always told myself, I don't want to build capacity. I just want to be down and dirty and be as it is. But for some reason, I got inspired. And a friend, Dorinda, who is the owner, founder of QVision on Roku TV, this is airing there now. And she suggested a little 5-second open. But come on, I can't do a 5-second open. I got to do a 12-second open or 15. So things are happening. And yesterday, 4 different people contacted me. Some of them like out of the blue. So it's like, okay, God, I'm building my capacity. I'm opening it up, and we're going to see where this ministry is going to go. I am grateful, honored, and blessed to be a friend with you. Last paragraph from Cliff. Think about it. The guy who is always at peace and calm often lives a small life where he doesn't have to test his limits. But he won't be so calm when life throws him a curveball and God asks him to rise to the occasion. Oh, I'm trying to be calm. I'm trying to be that still water, even when things are happening. So, interesting stuff, Cliff. We'll have to talk on the phone. We'll have to talk. He's from California, so he's like, he has a whole different way, his personality, and he's laid back and he's cool and all that sort of stuff. All right, lesson number 3, merging. Lesson, those on the highway, me, I'm driving, I'm on the road. I have the right of way. When you're merging, you don't merge 50, 60 miles an hour and cut us off. I don't care if there's not a stop sign, if there's not a yield sign. We are on the road. We have the right of way. Slow down. Let us pass, and then you sneak in. Oh, and another thing, I didn't write this down, but in some of those merging roads, they're like really, 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 really long. Use them. When you merge, keep on driving, look in your mirror, keep on going. And then when you could go. A lot of people, as soon as they enter that lane, they stop. And it's like, come on, we could put 15 more cars. All right, sorry. I don't want to be like I'm complaining, but I'm giving some lessons here. So I'm going to read now from Science of Mind. The greatest gift. One of the greatest gifts we possess as divine human beings is the gift of choice. We get to choose what to think, say, and do, even on the road. Our thoughts create our lives, and we get to choose the thoughts we think. It is an amazing gift with which we have been endowed. Let us use that gift wisely, consciously. Let's choose to think of a world we want to experience. Do you want to be cut off? Do you want people tailgating you? But there is more to it than just thinking about it. Creating the world we want takes action. As we read in James 2:26, faith without works is dead. You know what makes a gift? Giving it away. This is faith in action. Also, do not be selfish with your gifts. Share your gifts with the world. When you give of your gifts, no matter what those gifts are, you will also receive the benefits of the gifts given. I've said this for a long time, right? Do good unto others and good will come back. And you don't do it so it comes back. You just do it and it does come back. The greatest gift the world has received is the gift of you. Yes, you. You are a gift to the world. No one does what you do in the same way as you do. You bring so much to the world. Do not be afraid to share what you were born with. Choose to be great. And the affirmation, I am God's gift to the world. I joyfully share my gifts and talents with the world. I am grateful for who I am. Isn't that great? No one does what you do in the same way as you. So dear friends in the Spirit 111, I know I'm reading from other people's writings, but no one does it the way I do it. Nobody gets a theme. Nobody has an idea. Nobody searches through 6, 7, 8 different authors, reflections, websites, and puts it all together. So I guess I'm special. No, but what I'm saying is anything that you do, nobody else could do it because you're doing it your way. Even if we're all got a guitar, we're all playing Jumping Jack Flash from the Rolling Stones, we're all going to play it differently because we are different. We have different fingers, different guitars, different strings, different amps, different things in our mind. So anything that you want to do or anything that you are doing, it's special, it's great. Continue to do it because you are special. You are great. All right, we're going to number 4. Is this fun? Is this fun or are you getting upset with me? I'm going to have a drink of coffee. I got an email from YouTube about analytics, I think is how you say it. And it seems as though on YouTube, I only have a handful of people watching. So not all of you are watching the full show. And it's okay because I'm still going to do it because this is what's in my heart. And I know if I touch one person out there, then I'm doing the right thing. And honestly, when I read through this, I'm touching myself because I'm rereading stuff and I'm ad-libbing. And it's good for me. And if it's good for me, it's good for my family. If it's good for my family, it's good for my friends. And if it's good for my friends, it's good for my community. So this is all good stuff. So this is number 4. Constantly look in your mirrors. Oh, interesting, because I mentioned that before in an ad lib. And the lesson is be alert. Right? Just be alert in everything that you do. If you're married or you're in a relationship, be alert of your partner, of how they're feeling, what they need. If you have children, be alert to them. I know with this pandemic and school has been so rough and socializing has been awful and it's been hard, it's been difficult, it's been scary. So be alert, look in your mirrors, constantly look around. You know, if you see dishes in the sink, can you tell your kids to clean them? Can you write them a note? Can you take a picture and send it to them? Guilty of all of them. Or can you just clean them and just move on? Because sometimes there's laziness and sometimes people are just really stressed and are really tired or they're really going through something. And so be alert, be helpful, be kind, right? I'm going to read from 3 Minutes a Day, Christopher Books. The way to ease is not easy. I like that. Writer Mary de Torres Paust found her middle-aged self grappling with a particularly challenging new exercise class. She yearned for everything to come easy, even though she had never done these exercises before. But Paust's instructor gave her a different perspective. In her column for Catholic New York, Paust wrote, "During the class, as I made a comment about my inability to do something, my teacher said, 'Why would you want to do this perfectly? What will you learn from that? I want you to struggle. I want you to fail.'" Ah, that's the part we don't always remember, no matter what our age, Paust continued. We want to get better at things, but we don't always want to struggle to get there. We want to find a place of ease where we reach contentment, acceptance, but we fool ourselves into thinking the way to ease is easy. It's anything but. Ease doesn't mean no suffering, no mistakes, no bobbling. It means experiencing all those things and still maintaining inner peace, still learning and growing. From Hebrews 12:7, endure trials for the sake of discipline. And the little prayer, grant me the grace to face my challenges humbly, Jesus. Isn't this interesting? Accept all the experience. Remember when I read from the Tao Te Ching? It's like everything that comes is what you need. Just have to observe it and try to remain calm. So hopefully you're getting this message about driving, that all the stuff that I'm observing and that I think may not be the right way to do it, accept it all and observe it and learn from it and slow down and bless others. Number 5, people pass fast. Then when they go forward, they're right on top of someone and they got to hit the brakes. What are you doing? Come on. like I'm driving and I see the whole road and I see up ahead, there's a lot of cars bunched up. So this car passes me fast, and then hits the brake because where are you going to go? Slow down. The lesson is slow down, relax, pace your speed. Okay, this is another one from Rumi. The Guest House. Wow. This is almost similar to the other one I read, but it's from a totally different place. I'm going to still read it. And if it's a repetition, that's good. For some reason, God wanted me to repeat this. I don't think it's exactly the same, but it's kind of similar. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. I should have made this theme, welcome and entertain them all, because this is like a recurring theme that I didn't know about. See, sometimes I put these things together, and then when I read them, like a second, third time, it's like, wow. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for what comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Yeah, this is funny because this was a picture, a quote that someone sent me a long time ago, and I had it in my folder for a very long time. But that other Rummy thing, I think I got that from that Facebook post. The sacred science. Interesting, huh? Okay, number 6. This is the last one. So I'm going to read this. I'm going to say a little prayer. And then I got a couple more things and I'm done. Hope you enjoyed this talk. Oh, and I was going to say on YouTube, when I was looking at the analytics, it seems that most people just watch YouTube for 5 minutes and then they're done. So in my heart of hearts, do I say, well, do I do little 5-minute snippets? And then I said no, because then I would basically be reading one reflection and give one sharing and done. And to me, that's not enough. I don't want just a quick little shot in the arm. I'd like to have the whole message. I'm a TV guy. I'm used to half-hour shows, hour shows, 2-hour movies. So these talks are usually anywhere from 20 to 30, sometimes 40 minutes. I'm looking at the clock. We're at 31 minutes. So if you need the little shots in the arms, then watch 5-6 minutes, stop it, come back and watch the other part, It's all good. It's all God. All right. Someone cuts you off. What do? Is there a certain finger that you use? Well, I don't use a finger. I use the whole hand and I bless them. Because I don't know what they're going through. I don't know if there's an emergency, if somebody at home is sick, if a family member is in an ambulance going to a hospital and they're speeding to go there. I don't know if they're running late and they have to get to work or they have to pick up their kid from school. So you know what? I bless them. This is received from Daily Word Unity. Pray for others. I lift up humankind through my prayers. As I pray for others today, I am uplifted when I realize my prayers are touching hearts. Praying for others is a sacred practice, an opportunity to bless people near and far. I may hold others in prayer as part of my sacred prayer time, or I may pray spontaneously throughout the day on the road. Either way, I am working to lift up humankind and offer my consciousness of faith into the collective energy of goodness for all. My prayers to affirm that the answers to every need lie in the divine wisdom, vitality, and abundance with each person. I give thanks for this truth and rest in the joy knowing that everyone is truly blessed. And from Philippians chapter 1, verses 3 to 4. I thank my God every time I remember you, constantly praying with joy in every one of my prayers for all of you. So, dear friends in the Spirit, I'm done with the road stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't insulting. And if any of those things resonate with you, if you're either me in the scenario or the other person, maybe there's a little way to change your life, change your surroundings and who you're with, and be more aware and slow down and be more conscious and bless more. So this is the last Sunday of Lent. Next Sunday is called Palm Sunday. At least when I was growing up, it was called Palm Sunday. Then the Catholic Church turned it to Passion Sunday, but it's the beginning of Holy Week. So I'm going to read for the last time what to give up for Lent. And like I said earlier, if you're not a Christian, this is still good because there's no Jesus stuff here. This is good stuff for life. Give up complaining, focus on gratitude. Give up pessimism, become an optimist. Give up harsh judgments, think kindly thoughts. Give up worry, trust divine providence. Give up discouragement, be full of hope. Give up bitterness, turn to forgiveness. Give up hatred, return good for evil. Give up anger, be more patient. Give up pettiness, become mature. Give up jealousy, pray for trust. Give up gossiping, control your tongue. Give up giving up, hang in there. All right, dear friends in the Spirit. I'm going to read a little something from Daily Practice, Sacred Reading and Meditation. It says source unknown, but this is fabulous. This is absolutely fabulous. Have you waited? Have you watched the whole 35 minutes? Because this is the best part. Believe in yourself. If cauliflower can become pizza, you can do anything. Oh man, that's a good one. So don't forget to share your faith with family and friends. Cue the Spirit. Stay blessed and blessing. Namaste. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a friend in the Spirit. Take care. Bye.